Hi, first of all, I sure want to thank you for opening this email. My name is Laura Salisbury, and for those of you who might not know me, I live here in the Apple Creek community, where I have my entire life and am now raising my family in the Southeast District as well. I wear many hats every day, but one of my favorites is the construction hat with pretty designs on it that emphasizes building community. Let me begin as I introduce the Pollination Project. So here we are. I went from pollination to poverty, two completely different words. So let me explain. We can read here that poverty is a state or condition in which a person or community lacks the financial resources and essentials for a minimum standard of living. So how does this affect me, you, or your neighbor? Well, poverty wraps around all of us through economic impact that it causes, a cost to our public health and special education, public assistance, and unstable housing. Let me share a few short facts here in Wayne County about our neighbors. Here are just a few strong numbers you've probably heard before, but first fact provided on Family and Children First Council website says, as of 4/6/2019, 153 children were living outside of their parents' home. That is too many. I did the math for what it would look like in a classroom, and say 25 kids in a class times 6 equals around one entire classroom each grade in elementary, or in that seat. As of 12/28/2018, kids were spending an average of 1 year and 3 months out of home placement. That is too long. 1 year is full of time to worry about the unknown and to experience all kinds of new situations. Last one, families waiting on Metro Housing waiting list is average wait time of 2.5 to 3 years. Mobility, couch surfing, switching schools, losses, maybe gains, either way, housing insecurity is huge. We all have different definitions of homes, but my favorite is an enclosed and protected space similar to the mother's womb. It serves to shelter from the outside world. Here are a few general challenges related to housing instability. There's trouble paying rent, which causes financial stress, overcrowding in the homes, which there's lots of visitors, not enough places to sleep, and much more, frequent moves, staying with relatives, and fewer resources to take care of physical and mental health. Here we are with the gaps. Safe housing, just as I mentioned, a lack of informal support systems, because really, if these systems were there, this is less likely to happen. Movement throughout childhood and schools. We all understand what this does. Learning is not a focus. It is survival and basic needs. Trauma, confidence. Then there we are with long-term effects. And yep, I skipped the order on purpose, domino effect, or would you say cycle of poverty, because it's real. It can take a different shape, but watch. Here is the wheel. Maybe you have seen it. Child grows up in poverty. There is a disadvantage in education and skills. And then this, of course, follows when someone works at getting a job among all the other barriers, if inside the cycle. Oh, so now poor skills of all kinds, and it's not that easy to escape. Start a family of their own, often large family, and here we go again. So yeah, that is kind of overwhelming. There's not one set equation to figure it out, though lots of people are working on it. Okay, so now my gears are switching. My passion is solving problems and to be out in the middle of where there is much to do. There is a particular neighborhood that has warranted this time and strategic thinking to find at least one solution. What can our little community do to fill some gaps and do all of these things? Is there a way to promote health by providing youth with a safe place to play, giving them a place to congregate and decrease levels of stress going on? In some way that will give a chance for better opportunities? Yep. I'm in the process of finalizing a nonprofit, the Watering Pail Foundation. No, it is not a business, doesn't have employees, it's not an agency, none of those things, at least not now. It is the missing link in this particular neighborhood that is needed at this present time, and will be more down the road. The mission is simple, to serve as a liaison in the community through projects and outreach with a focus on supporting stability in homes of individuals and families. This can mean a lot, but for this project, my goal is to provide tools for prevention and support. So why did I choose to pick this area over others? Well, though my information is not 100% accurate compared to other sources of documentation, the number of youth living in the area is high and limited access to resources in this rural location. 37 youth, 33 of them under the age of 13, and the other 4 are 14 and older. It is known that this particular location has a great amount of students in and out of the district. Even over the last 2 months, there have been 3 already. So back to tools for support and prevention. A plan is in place to build an area for youth to play that is safe and inviting. Here's a general map of ideas. We've got a large swing set on its way. It would be nice to add some sturdy picnic tables, additional swings, maybe a storage unit of some sort, extra lights, a place for all ages, little kids, teens, and a way to engage adults. This investment is one area is not too overwhelming or complex. It can impact these powerful outcomes: social skills, a safe zone, learning, leaving the screens, physical exercise, and my favorite, building a community. Of course, a community is already there, but we need to see the soil change and the roots, plant healthy seeds, and encourage pollination. See, it's not too hard of a project. Plant, care for the soil, bloom, and pollinate. The grass is greener where you water it. It says it all. So what step am I at right now? There's a huge section before fundraising that brought it to the step now. So my step at this moment in time is starting with the heart and soul of where the need is. That is why your inbox had this email. I'm working with local businesses to help construct this and plan. Youth in the area have a plan of action to help. Just as he wrote, keep it clean, keep it green, help clean up the trailer park today. Please help spread the word. The more people, the better. This is the flyer he has volunteered to pass out once a date is in place for youth to help. Empowering youth is quite a concept. Here's the tilling process from another angle. Gather resources, recruit and engage neighborhood impacted, then start tilling, planting, and providing. Now the logical. The goal is set for $7,000 and it will be achieved through 3 different fundraising methods. This is the first one. More info will be out to the public at a later date. I calculated a $20 amount for each fundraising donation. Among all the other details of starting the nonprofit, communication, and finalization of this important element, I have narrowed it down to 2 options to donate: a check to myself, Laura Salisbury, or Leslie Stoltzfus, which some of you are familiar with her. At this point in time, the nonprofit EIN number is not available, but may be prepared for when the actual swing set is set up and further down the road. But I would rather not reverse this process and make things messy. But please contact me should you have more questions or maybe some insight on how I can make it work for all parties. Here it is, the easiest slide to put together. It speaks for itself. The kids won't know what to do. Country Lane Outdoors is building and delivering to this location. Everything in this picture will be there. So, we are doing all of these steps. Something tangible. It won't be hard to see differences here. Please, if you have a question or an idea, email me. I will do my best to respond as quick as I can. This is all brand new to me, though I've been wanting to do something like this for quite some time. I'm in the process of figuring all of this nonprofit verbiage out, and communication, coordination, and persistent on finding a way to make it all sync together. Images speak for itself and the power of one seed. And just in case you want to see this great reminder again, thanks for your time.